What we're going to be tying here is a Mercury Blood Midge. This is a great fly for our tailwaters out here in Colorado and our selective fish. It's basically a red midge, tied very slender. The bead on the front just makes it look like it has a little air bubble or like an emerging kind of bubble on the front of it. So I'm going to start here with just some 8/0 thread or UTC 70 thread, real thin, and I'm just going to start right behind that bead. Just get it going. Cut that tag end out of there. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tie in my piece of fine copper wire. And I do this now because I want that body to be uniform and smooth. If I tied it in on the back, then I would have a big lump on the back and it wouldn't be nice and smooth. So you can see how smooth and slender that is. And once I do that, I'm just going to take my thread forward. I'm going to stop and leave about the space of a bead right up there by the front. And that's where that peacock is going to go. Then I just take my wire and I actually just kind of candy cane it or spiral it around that body very evenly, just like so. You gotta be careful not to overdo it. And I capture it and tie it off. Then what you can actually do is just take your wire and pull with your thread and helicopter it off. That'll just break it free. Now I'm going to tie in that peacock for the head. This is kind of like the thorax of the midge. Now you can see with this piece of peacock there's actually a mohawk side facing up, and then on the bottom there's kind of a shorter side. I try to tie that mohawk side facing up. The reason I do that is so when I start to wrap it, it actually stands and flares out real nice, because that's the look that I'm going for. So now when you see when I do that first wrap, it'll stand right up, fluff up. That's exactly what I want. Now I just take this, I'm going to build a little bit of a head. You don't want to overdo it here. Just nice even wraps. These midges, believe it or not, you can put too much material on there. I just use one piece of peacock. Some guys will use two, but one is usually enough for these small guys. And really that's the Mercury Blood Midge. Very easy, effective fly to tie. Last step would be just a whip finish and finish it off. That's all there is to the Mercury Blood Midge.